It's time now for the Bear Chill 6 o'clock news on this Wednesday evening, November 11th, 2015. Good evening, buddy. I am Peter Wiggins. I your 6 o'clock news at 9 there. Our top story at 6 o'clock on this Wednesday evening here is after a Republican presidential debate in which sober policy discussions edged out the loud personality clashes that have dominated so far, the campaign's focus narrowed on Wednesday into the battle of the party's most conservative voters. Missouri official put on leave over protest attacks. A snowstorm roared into Colorado, Nebraska, and Kansas on Wednesday as a large swath of the Midwestern plains braced for howling winds on Thursday. When a 1-year-old girl wouldn't stop crying when her mother was at a club, an 8-year-old boy became annoyed when visually attacked a toddler, beating her to death. Police in Birmingham, Alabama said. Walt Disney Company's Bob Iger has been hired to head a proposed NFL stadium project in Carson. As could Iger's latest move pull Disney back into professional sports? It's Veterans Day in the U.S. and Armistice Day in much of Europe on holiday that its roots in the end of World War I, as President Obama visited Arlington National Cemetery Wednesday, where the Marines in dress uniform lined the road leading to the cemetery. A proposal by Russia for a settlement of the conflict in Syria has sparked criticism from Western and Arab officials concerned that it doesn't address President Bashar al-Assad's fate. Region leaders take from Kellen say within 18 months this should dominate the debate ahead of December's national election. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the labeling of project to the Jewish state by the European Union brings back dark memories. And Blato, leaders of the African counterparts say then better access to Europe at the summit on Wednesday in a return for help curbing chaotic migration across the Mediterranean and promises to take back those of Europe expels. One man was killed and more than a dozen people were injured to a crippling explosion at a home in Elizabeth, New Jersey on Wednesday morning, city officials said. Fort Worth, Texas, a grand jury has now returned indictments alleged that 1 of 6 bikers arrested after a deadly shootout outside Waco, Texas, restaurant were engaging in organized criminal activity. 2 people standing in entrance of the building announcing in the offices of February prices on Wednesday in Boca Raton, Florida, as the NTSB said no distress calls heard in plane crash in Akron, Ohio. A South Carolina teenager has left home alone to use his mother's gun to shoot and kill a burglar, authorities said Tuesday. As Fox Carolina reported that deputies responded to a report of the shots fired at a home in Latson Tuesday shortly before 2 p.m. In Beijing, Alibaba Group holding limited total value of goods transacted during a Singles Day shopping festival was 91.2 billion yuan, 14.32 billion, the Chinese e-commerce giant said in Beijing on Thursday. Warm weather, low spending by tourists, and a pileup of unsold inventory prompted Macy's Incorporated to cut its full-year forecast on Wednesday, raising wide concern about the retail sector's financial health. The world's 2 biggest beer makers will join forces to create a company that produces almost a third of the world's beer. The Joyo's craft shack chain started to test on an own tipping policy at 18 locations across the country. Ray Blanchett, CEO of that restaurant, told analysts last week. Okay, looking at the stock market report here on this Wednesday. The Dow down 55.9%, closed at 17,702.22. S&P 500 down 6.72 to close at 2,075. And Nasdaq down 16.22 points to close at 5,067.02. Mars and its moon, phobos, are far closer together than Earth and its moon, causing a strong gravitational pull that will eventually tear the moon apart. Beekeeping is pretty hip these days among urbanites, and bees play a vital role in the modern agriculture. For the first time, scientists have captured an image of a glowing debris ring platform as a result of an asteroid being ripped apart by a dead star. Groundbreaking U.S.-China experiments continue to return between DIID, led by GA's Dr. Andrew Crawford, and China's ASIPP at the East Fusion program, where scientists conducted video conferencing. For the first time, researchers made a drug that can cross the barrier, just how big a deal that as they have succeeded in breaching the blood-brain barrier at last. Guinea reported no Ebola cases last week, a period of high alert given that the most recent cluster of family-linked cases traded into several risky exposures, the World Health Organization said on today. 135 million people worldwide have Alzheimer's disease, making it the most common of dementia and the 5th leading cause of death. Police are trying to identify a woman who was found wandering into Stern Street along Route 6 in Farmington, Connecticut this morning. As The woman has been found as a woman from Bristol, Connecticut family has been contacted here. Pierre Channel News on 605. Time for sports report and not Lancers boys soccer team are moving on to the stop sectional final of Division 3 and MMA Division 3 stop sectional final in boys soccer with a 2-0 victory of the Martha's Vineyards at Brockton High School as now Norton will be awaiting the winner of the Noel Foxburg game as a final game will be played on Saturday. Time and location to be determined there. And the Boston Celtics will be at the Garden tonight, taking on the Indiana Pacers. Game time, 7:30 p.m. Irving, Texas. Another week, another issue for Greg Hardy as Dallas Cowboy coach Jason Garrett said Wednesday he addressed the change Hardy made to his Byron and Stewart account with a player earlier in the day. The New York Yankees acquired outfielder Aaron Hicks from the Minnesota Twins on Wednesday in exchange for catcher John Rand Murphy on move that could lead to a trade of one of the most senior members of New York's roster. The game between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets been circling on Rex Rand's calendar for quite some time, and in fact, just the ink was drying in his contract to become the new head coach of the Buffalo Bills. Rand was just circling with a fat red buck for the first time in his new team. Portland, Oregon. Send enters LaMarcus Aldridge to display the return to Portland on Wednesday, saying both sides of them what they want they're in, and there's going to be some boos while the Power 4 takes to the court at Moda Center. Pierre Channel News time, 6:06 on this Wednesday evening here. Time now for a travel report here. Let's take a look at the maps here as 24 on the southbound side, so from 495 in Bridgewater all the way out to Route 140 in Taunton, Rain and Mary due to an accident on 124 on the southbound before Route 140 in Taunton, so expecting delays here. Route 4 on the southbound side, a little slow around North Kingston, but otherwise, the Ocean State Highways are looking good here. Starting off down in Worcester, where Route 290 on the westbound side, so from 190 all the way out to Route 146 in Worcester, Mass Back interchange to 293 95, and also Mass Back on the westbound side, it is slow from 495, and that's all the way at the Northborough here. 120 in the southbound side, so from 28 in Randolph all the way to the Braintree split, Route 3 in the southbound side, so from the split all the way out to Route 18 in Weymouth here. Southwest Expressway in the northbound side back up from the Braintree split all the way out to Route 3A, Southwest Expressway southbound side, a little slow around 3A. Mass back in the eastbound side, it is so from Weston all the way out to Newton here. Mass back in the eastbound side, a little slow for the Brenton Austin tolls due to an accident here on Mass back in the eastbound side around the Austin toll, so expecting delays here. Route 1 in the northbound side, a little slow around Route 107 in Red Bear here. 120 in the northbound side, a little slow from Route 20 Waltham all the way up in Lexington due to an accident here on Route 120 in northbound before 4225 Lexington, and it's all way backed up all the way at the Linfield. 120 in the southbound side, so for the Burlington stretch. 93 in the southbound side, also after Route 128 in Redden here. We got some accidents on 120 in the northbound side before Route 1 in Peabody here. 93 in the northbound side, also for the Lawrence Midfield stretch from between 495 and 213 Lawrence Midfield stretch here. Up in New Hampshire, 293 in the westbound side, also from Route 93 to Everett Turnpike due to an accident here on Route 293 in the westbound side after Route 28, so expecting delays here. 293 in the southbound side, an accident after Route 3 in the Everett Turnpike, so expecting delays here. And up in Maine here, the Maine Turnpike looking good from York into the Augusta via Portland here, and 295 looking good from Portland and Brunswick here. And 185 on the westbound side, also around the Saco stretch before the Maine Turnpike here. Okay, look at that MBTA alerts here on the subway system. It's looking good. Commuter rail looking good, and on the ferries, they are looking good. Here, Channel News time, 6:08 on this Wednesday evening here. Time out for weather report here and the latest radar situation here. And it was a chilly, cold, raw day today here in New England as many Veterans Day parades were turned into the ceremonies indoors, including here in Norton here as we take a look at the radar situation here. A little line of rain showers from Citrus down for Plymouth, spotty rain showers around Whitman and Hanson, another line of batch of rain showers from Pittsburgh and Leominster, switching up to around Butterburg, Keenan, Joffrey, New Hampshire, and switching in the southeastern portions of New Hampshire. And we've seen some spotty rain showers around Yarmouth, little spotty rain showers around Eastham here. And up in Maine here, we're seeing some spotty rain showers from Wells switching around the Portland area, around Portland, Maine, Yarmouth, and Scarborough here. And seeing some spotty rain showers east of Bracknell around Belfast, Maine. Some spotty rain showers from 295 from Lewiston all the way up into Augusta here. Okay, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. It goes like this here. For tonight, a chance of showers mainly before 7 p.m. Punch about before 7 p.m. Then punch back up to 4 a.m. Most skies got about 41 degrees. North for about 3 to 7 miles an hour. Chance makes to 30%. Thursday, set skies. Thursday, showers may after 2 p.m. Punch back before 8 p.m. 155 degrees and cold wind becoming step around 6 miles an hour in the morning. Chance makes to 9%. New Prince of March little less than 10 inch possible. Thursday, showers like Maine before midnight. Cloud skies and grows becoming podcast skies low out 46 degrees and west of about 8 miles an hour. Chance makes to 6%. New Prince of March less than 10 inch possible. For Friday, most skies about 57 degrees, west with about 8 to 6 miles per hour, 34 miles an hour here. For Friday night, most skies go about 35 degrees. Saturday, Sunday, most skies have about 49 to about 28 degrees. Sunday, Sunday, most skies have about 52 to about 35 degrees. Monday, Sunday, most skies have about 58 to about 37 degrees. Tuesday, most skies have about 58 degrees. Tuesday, part skies about 42 degrees. And for Wednesday, partly skies about 61 degrees. Currently in the northern, it's foggy misty skies, 49 degrees, humidity 86%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 6 o'clock news on this November 11th, 2015 on a Wednesday. Peter, have a good evening and a good bye day to all. See you at 11 o'clock for a late night report. Have a good evening.